Awesome. Today is another beautiful day. It's on a Thursday. So Thursday is one of my trading days. I don't trade on Wednesday and on Fridays. And I have to be consistent with that so that I can remain profitable. The other thing is I stick to only the pairs that I trade, and I'm showing you all the pairs now. So what do? Even before I check on the news, I first come and I check how they are ranking, and then I can see how the market is. Then I quickly have a look at the forex indexes. Mainly I pay more attention to the US dollar index, because this actually drives a lot of markets, so here I look at the daily and I can see, okay, it's actually going down. You can see for the last 3 days it has been on a downtrend, okay, and my quick analysis says it's going down. That means the euro and the GBP should be going up. Let's have a quick look at those. Okay, you can see the GBP, the British pound is going up. You can see it has been green for the last 3 days, and the euro should be more or less the same. Okay, once I do that, then I quickly, just to be comfortable, I quickly have a look at the my forex book calendar, just to have a feel, okay, which news are we expecting, what's happening. So once again, they do give you a summary of the pairs that you are trading, so all my pairs are there now. So I'm happy with that. Okay, if you wanna change, remember you can always change from here. So I go to the calendar and I can see, today I only want to see the high impact news. I don't care what it is, I just select go here and I only want the high impact news. Any other news, I really don't care. I have also selected the pairs for which I want to see the news for. These you can see, it's the euro, New Zealand dollar, US dollar, American dollar, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, British pound, South Africa rand. These are the pairs, and Australian dollar and Swiss franc. These are the pairs that I trade. Then I can see, we have euro news, we have GBP news, and USD news are very critical. So today the market will be moving aggressively, so today you can make money. Once I do that, I quickly go back, I go to my charts. And my charts, this is basically a quick rundown of what I do. I first order them just to see. So I can see Australian dollar versus the chef is on an uptrend, Euro USD on an uptrend. Then the others are in the red. Okay, so let's start with the Australian dollar versus the chef. So I go to the monthly. When I go to the monthly, I quickly check, I see, okay, this is definitely an uptrend. And then I see the last critical area before that upthrust was around here. So on monthly, we're on an uptrend, okay? And then I represent that with that orange golden arrow saying monthly is uptrend. Then I go to weekly. Is weekly in agreement with my monthly? Yes, you can see that was a monthly, that was another strong area, but today we're focusing on that area. So weekly, I use the pinkish purplish color. Okay, it's uptrend and you can see the market is reacting. Then I go to daily. Daily should be in agreement. If it's in agreement with monthly, weekly, daily, then we're good to go. You can see we have been forming green candles for the last 4 days. 1, 2, 3, 4. So daily is on an uptrend. That means all the time frames are in agreement, so you should be looking to buy. So what do? I wait for around because I trade the Asian session, the London session. So I have activated the session, so we can see we still in London, in Asian session, but then at around 11 o'clock, hopefully the price can drop around here, and then I can make the buy. So Audi chef, that's one is on a up trade. Okay, so I just wait for my trading time. I go to Euro USD, I go to monthly setup. You can see another one, it has formed these bottoms here, double bottoms, so the price has reacted at what it's expected. So this is a very critical point. The price has reacted on the monthly institutional order block. So monthly is up trade, beautiful. We go to check weekly. Okay, so because weekly is well within the monthly, I did not draw for it, but it should be, it was on a drop. You can see here the price dropped all the way down, and that was the last bearish location. So that I haven't drawn the weekly, because if I had drawn it, it would be saying it's on a downtrend because of this drop, but this has dropped into monthly, so you ignore weekly. Then we go to daily. So daily, it's nicely positioned within the preferred entry for monthly, and you can see it's a strong upward momentum, so daily is bullish. So that's why you see a white arrow and a golden arrow, so that's good. 2 time frames are in agreement once again. This is already moving, so, and you can see this is beautiful. It's a nice up trade. Okay, that's a double bottom. So Euro USD is already on the move. That's beautiful. It went into my zone and it's moving. That's amazing. Okay, so all what I would do here is I can extend this to get all my take profit. So this would be like a take profit 1, the first double orange lines, then the purple one, take profit 2, and so on. That's nice. So but for now I'll just leave it, okay, because I'm just doing a high level overview to show you what I normally do. Okay, so that's Euro USD, Audi chef, they are going in the right direction. Let's check on the USD ZAR, the South African rand against the US dollar. So from here you can see, obviously on the monthly we're on a very strong demand zone. The price always has been going up, you can see. So that's a strong buy zone. There is a lot of buy orders. So monthly is bullish, that's why we have that arrow there. We go weekly. This is interesting because it was on a downtrend, as you can see here, but it got to that key area in the monthly preferred entry, and now it has changed direction. So this was the last bearish candle, the responsible for this one here was the last bearish candle responsible for the lowest point we can see, but you can see it has been violated. This weekly candle closed above it, so that means we have a break in market structure. So this is reacting here, it's retesting that zone for it to go higher. So I would have wanted it to get into much inner here, then I can do the buy, but weekly represented by this arrow, we can say it's still on a up trade. Okay, when you go to daily, you can see it's rather confusing because for the daily you could look at it from the last most bullish bearish candle that was broken, but I prefer my entries from the original sources. So daily we can see it's on an up trade, it's on a tricky area, but it's still bullish. So I would be looking to buy a USD ZAR. Okay, maybe the market, maybe the South African rand is reacting to the fact that they stole the president iPad. What times are we living on? Okay, so we carry on. I want to just do a quick summary for all of them. We look at the GBP USD. So once again I go to my monthly. Okay, so the last bearish candle responsible for the highest point we can see, you draw there, and then you can see the price has reacted perfectly to that. So we bullish, you can see, that's why we have that line there. We go to the weekly. The weekly, you look at the last bearish candle responsible for the highest point we can see, and you can see it's that area. So weekly we bullish as well. You can see the very strong green candle. We go to daily. Daily reacted perfectly, but now it has been on an uptrend for 1, 2, 3 for 3 days. Okay, but it doesn't have the nicest entry, but you can see that trend if I go to the line graph. Okay, so the hope here is the price drops to this zone here. I'll draw here for the 4 hour. If it can drop into that box I just drew here, that would be perfect. Okay, if it can go to that area, that's Fibonacci. Okay, so that's euro, that's GBP USD. Remember, GBP USD trades against in opposite direction to the euro GBP. Okay, so if you go check the euro GBP, you might see that it's giving you if I quickly come here and I look for the euro GBP, you'll see the euro GBP is opposite. You can see it's on a downtrend on the monthly. Okay, but I don't trade, there are so many pairs, but I only trade the one that I prefer. I picked from this big list here. Okay, so let's go back to my pairs. So we have done GBP USD, and you can see the one that we're expecting them to go up, they are all going up. Okay, so what's going on with the euro NZD, the European euro and New Zealand dollar? Okay, you can see here on the monthly, okay, this coin has been on a downtrend. You can see high, a lower high, a lower high. Okay, a low, a lower low. So that's a downtrend. Okay, so if you go back, you can see the price went all the way there. It's respected, it stayed in the selling zone. So on the monthly, it's on a downtrend. We check weekly. Weekly is interesting because it was going up. Obviously, it's reached into a very strong selling zone within the monthly time frame. But now, weekly, it's on an uptrend because the price is within this box. I don't know, but although the price is dropping, will it drop and close below this, or will it stay up? So weekly is on an uptrend. Okay, so that's confusing. So if it's confusing, you stay away. What does the daily say? Daily perfectly, it's telling you, oh, because this was the last bearish candle here before the highest point, we waited for the price to retest this preferred entry, but it's closed below. So when the retest came back to the preferred entry, you should have taken the sell, so you should be in profit now. I did not take because that started too early. Hopefully it can retest it again, but monthly and daily are saying we should be selling, so I should be selling. Weekly is still confused, but it's approaching the zone to make the decision. Okay, so if we go to 4 hour, you should see it has been on a downtrend for a very long time, which makes sense to be selling. Okay, that's nice, things are making sense. Euro, so then we go to CAD JPY. So first you start with monthly. Monthly, you can see the price started from here and shot up all the way to the top. So definitely, with no doubt, monthly we are bullish. Okay, if you check weekly, you can see weekly, the last red candle or the last bearish candle responsible for the highest point, the price closed below it. That means weekly we are bearish. Okay, so monthly we are bullish, the price is forming higher highs, but weekly the price dropped. Okay, so we should be looking to sell. Okay, so it's making sense. Weekly is going down, so it might drop from where it is. That would be the first reaction point. You could use that one as a take profit. Then you expect it to drop further, before dropping back to the monthly order, institutional order zone, and then it's probably gonna start going up again, but for now it's going down. Okay, the same thing if you look on the daily. The daily, it formed the lowest point here. From this point, it's now getting retested. If you make the entry here, it's gonna be a sweet one, so I can't wait to see. So daily is bearish as long as the price remains below that zone, and even on the 4-hour it looks like it's gonna go down. Okay, so that's Canadian dollar versus Japanese yen. And the last one but not least is the chef Switzerland franc versus the yen. So if you look at it from this way, I always prefer, I put it like that, I remove everything, and I can, which direction do you think the price is going? This is low, formed a high, this low is higher than this high is higher than this high is higher than this, and this is a low that's higher than this. It's forming higher highs and higher lows. That means it's an uptrend. Okay, once you see that, you mark the last bearish candle before the highest point you can see, and this is that point. So based on that, monthly we are bullish. Okay, weekly, where are we sitting? So weekly, it's similar to the Canadian yen, and that's why sometimes you see me throwing some pairs away. If they are repeating the same pattern exactly, sometimes I prefer not to trade them. So weekly, you can see that was the last bearish candle responsible for the highest point we saw, but the price has dropped since then. So weekly, I would say we're going on a down trade. That's why I have the pink arrow pointing down towards the bullish, towards the monthly monthly preferred entry. So on the daily, we also are seeing, obviously this was the main direction. This is a correction move, so probably it should be going down. If you had to make an entry like what I have drawn there, that should be like an interesting sell. Okay, and you can see it's reacting from this order. Remember, support sometimes becomes the resistance, so if I was to extend this, you can see perfectly. If I was to draw my entry here, you can see the price is reacting to that. You can see the one I just drew, so it's a sell. Okay, so, and you can see from the 4-hour, it's not going above that, and it's now starting to form more red candles. Okay, so that's a quick summary of everything that's happening, and then I just wait for the London session, and you can start making your trading. I hope this is helpful. That's what I do before any of my trading days. Nerdy scientists, let's keep learning, let's keep making money. Okay, so make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss any of my updates. Although I was speaking about Forex, the same applies with cryptocurrencies. So the same concept, same reasoning, top-down analysis, and you're in money. Okay, the beauty of trading cryptocurrency is if you do spot trading, you can never lose completely unless the coin goes in value to zero. Okay, so I hope this was valuable, and keep practicing, stick to your plan, and you're gonna be grateful to yourself. Okay, it takes time, but once you perfect it, nobody can take that away from you. Trading is a skill. Okay, so the more you practice, the more you exercise, the more you look at those charts, the better you become.